Hello friends, welcome to this new video. Today we are going to start chapter number 2. Its name is Forms of Business Organization. If someone is planning to start a business or wants to expand an existing business, it is important to decide the form of organization. It can be decided by comparing advantages and disadvantages of each type of organization against our own requirements. Various forms of organizations from which one can select the most suitable for them. In this chapter, forms of private sector undertakings are discussed, like sole proprietorship, joint Hindu family business, partnership. These three are a part of non-corporate enterprise, and cooperative society and joint stock company. They are part of corporate enterprises. So let's start with sole proprietorship. It is the simplest form of a business, and then we will move to next and more complex forms of organization. Sole proprietorship. Here the word sole means only and proprietor means owner. Means it is a business with one owner. It is very popular form of organization and it is the most suitable for small business. Sole proprietor means a form of a business which is owned, managed and controlled by an individual who is the recipient of all profit and bearer of all risk. Like stationery stores near you, where you purchase notebooks, pens, chart papers. Sometimes you may visit hair salon, beauty parlor, where personalized services are provided. You may have visited a small retail shop, are examples of sole proprietorship. Now let's see features of sole proprietorship. First is a easy formation and closure. Second, unlimited liability. Third, sole risk bearer and profit recipient. Fourth, full control. Fifth, no separate entity. And the last one is lack of business continuity. Now let's see the first one, easy formation and closure. There is no separate law which governs the sole proprietorship. Very few legal formalities are there to start a sole proprietorship. Many times it requires a license. Even closure of business is also very easy. Second is unlimited liability. The sole proprietor have unlimited liability. It means the owner is personally responsible for payment of debts in case of assets of business are not sufficient to pay all debts. In such a case, owner's personal properties like car, house will be sold to repayment of debts. Like, let's take one example. If one stationery store, Krishna Bookstore, a sole proprietorship firm, wants to shut down business, at the time of dissolution, total liability of the firm is rupees 5 lakh rupees and its assets are rupees 3.5 lakhs only. So, in this situation, the owner will have to bring rupees 1.5 lakhs from his personal sources, even by selling personal properties also to repay it. So this is unlimited liability. Now third one is sole risk bearer and profit recipient. Here in sole proprietorship, the owner enjoys full profit in the case of success of business, but at the same time he also bears all risk in the case of failure of business too. Means he does not have to share his profits or risk with anyone. Next feature is full control. In sole proprietorship, the full control of owner is there on whole business. The owner is taking all decisions without interference of other. The owner has absolute power here. Next feature is no separate entity. In eyes of law, no difference is made between the owner and the business, because the business does not have an identity separate from owner, which means the owner is fully responsible for all the activities of business. Last feature is lack of business continuity. This business is owned, controlled and managed by one person. So, in the case of death, insanity, imprisonment, physical ailment or bankruptcy of owner will have a detrimental effect on business and may even cause closure of business too. Now let's see merits of sole proprietorship. First is a quick decision making. Second, confidentiality of information. Next is a direct incentive. Next is a sense of accomplishment. And the last one is easy formation and closure. Now let's see first one, quick decision making. In sole proprietorship, there is full control of one person on business. So he does not have to consult with anyone before taking any decision in business. This may lead to take benefit of market opportunity when they arises. Next is a confidentiality of information. Due to sole decision making power, the owner can keep all business related information confidential, and even a sole trader also not bound to publish firm's accounts by any laws. Next is a direct incentive. Direct incentive means the sole trader does not have to share any benefit with others. So, if he work hard, he will be benefited more. He is the single owner of business. Whatever kind of hard work he will put in business, the benefit ultimately comes to him only. Next is a sense of accomplishment. When person is working for oneself, he feels very satisfied. When person feels due to his contribution, business gets success, it increases self-satisfaction and sense of accomplishment, and even the trust on personal abilities also increases. Now the last one is easy formation and closure. As we already discussed this point in features also, it has minimum legal formalities to start a sole proprietorship. There is no separate law that governs sole proprietorship business. It is least regulated form of business which is easy to start and easy to close as per the wish of owner. Now let's see limitations of sole proprietorship. First is a limited capital. Second, limited life of business. Third, unlimited liability. And the last one is limited managerial ability. Let's see first one, that is limited resources. Sole proprietorship business is owned, managed and controlled by one person. So resources are also limited to his personal savings and borrowings from others only. Even banks are also not ready to give long-term loans to sole proprietors. And due to lack of resources, this type of business rarely grow much, generally remain small only. Next is limited life of a business. Just because this business is fully depends on owner, that insanity, imprisonment or bankruptcy affects the business and can lead to its closure. So anytime this business can be closed. Next is unlimited liability. This is major disadvantage of sole proprietorship because owner has unlimited liability. If business fails, the creditors can recover their due from the personal assets of proprietors. So, a wrong decision or unfavorable circumstances can create serious financial burden on the owner. That's why sole proprietors are not ready to take any risk in form of innovation or expansion. Next is limited managerial ability. In sole proprietorship, owner is taking all decisions regarding purchase, sales and finance. It is not possible that owner is expert in all areas. So, decision may not be balanced in all cases. Even due to limited resources, the sole proprietor is not able to employ and retain talented and ambitious employees. Though sole proprietor suffers from various shortcomings, still many entrepreneurs opt for this form of organization because it requires less amount of capital and best for the small scale business where customers demand personalized services.